You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon, it's The Bigger Picture and it's Mira Sivasudi. On March 8th this year, 16 brave women gathered round a hair salon and did what many women and men would not consider doing in a lifetime. They shaved their heads. Now, before you go running off thinking that this has something to do with a new religion or cult, it was all for a good cause, to support women living with cancer and to show that bald is empowering. The aim of the campaign is to raise money for cancer, and 3 of the women involved in this year's campaign are with me right now to update us on the campaign and to share what it takes to take it all off. Welcome to the show, Charmaine Ho, Annie Ismet, and Chu Mi Yin. How are all of you today?
Fine, thank
you.
Very good.
I like your hairstyles. Very nice.
Yeah,
just about the same length, every one of you.
Yeah, I liked it too.
It's been what, 2 weeks now since you ended up shaving all your heads up?
2 weeks, so fast. It's about 10 days.
10 days, coming up to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, Charmaine, you're the founder of the campaign. I mean, what brought about the whole idea?
It was just a spur of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've been answering this, and I still cannot find out why I had this idea.
Right. I mean, did you have a close family member or a friend or somebody who you felt you wanted to relate to?
No.
None at all.
Yeah.
Right. It must be some calling then.
Yes, that's why I put it as calling.
The Hindus would say karma. Annie and Mi Yin, what interested you to join the campaign? I mean, to take off your hair, I mean, it's a huge sacrifice, especially being women.
Because the moment I saw in the Facebook, I said, oh, this is something new in Malaysia. We should support this campaign, because going bald, all the ladies, and then I said, yeah, we should do it just for the fun,
right,
to raise the fund for Moknang.
Right. Mi Yin?
I was chatting with Charmaine. She's actually a friend of my sister. So she was sharing, and I thought, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, which is what I've mentioned before. I mean, you can donate blood once every 3 months, but to donate your hair for a good cause. So I thought, yeah, why not?
Right. But why, donate your hair of all things, Charmaine? I mean, I'm thinking to myself, you can do it in many other ways.
I think when I seriously, I don't know how this idea came after a coffee. So I keep telling everybody, maybe after the coffee, stimulate my brain cells. So, and then I like exercise. Then, when that starts, then I start looking at, what else that I can do to give other than money. So then suddenly I thought of my hair. Then I was thinking, I like exercise. Maybe cut short would be nice. But cut is like not much of different. But shaving will be something that, then it just come like that without second thought. That shaving, yes, that's it.
Right. And how did you get the 16 ladies together?
Actually initially was 8. I was thinking of 8, and after the shave, I was thinking of, when this thing that I should do it. Okay, then I thought of March 8. Oh, it's a Women's Day. Great. Then Women's Day must gather all the women. Then 8 is the number should be, because it's March 8. But apparently it's overwhelming. Okay. So we ended up have 16 plus 1, which Christy, so 17.
17.
Yeah, so and I don't know, somehow just this thought came that I think that maybe I'm not the only one who wants to do it. Might be a lot of other women that want to do things like this. Mm-hmm. So then that's how, in fact, everything started with just a Facebook event.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I admire and have a lot of respect for you for going, this far to sort of collect money or funds for cancer. But do you really need to go bald to prove a point, Annie?
It's not proving a point. It's just like, how crazy can you be just to get people involved?
Yeah. When you believe in an idea.
Yeah. Any close friends at all, Mi Yin, who suffered from cancer and that you felt? Because I know I had a friend whose brother was undergoing chemotherapy, and so he decided to shave his head bald, so that the brother didn't feel alone. But to do this, I mean, and after March 8th, after the whole event, I mean, you're walking around with very little hair now. And I mean, how many people will actually know what you set out to do? I mean, i.e., it was to raise funds for cancer. I mean, unless I ask you, come up to you and ask you,
Yeah.
nobody will really know.
Yes.
So, what is the objective at the end of the day? Some would say it's a publicity stunt. Was it a publicity stunt, Charmaine?
Actually, from the very beginning, the publicity, what I want is the awareness to give. I think we need a society to give and share, So, in fact, most of the time when we think about charity, we think about giving up money.
Yes.
That's only what we have, okay? But other than this, what else can we do, But after the shave, and I've learned a lot, okay? And because one of our volunteer that when she went back home, the daughters and husband cannot accept after, even though that they know that she's going to shave. But after the shave, they cannot accept it. And the husband took almost a week to accept it. So then it gives me quite an impact, I say, wow, this is where we have a choice that I want to shave or do not want to. But how about those that when they have no choice?
And you take your hair for granted.
Exactly, yes.
Who would have thought?
Yes, actually, some even they never manage their hair. Yeah. Truly, and I think that, but of course, the whole thing is not only to cancer patients. The objectives of it is to any cause. I do not. It can be Down syndromes. It can be, Kivanis, anything, But as long as we do something. So yes, some friend did ask me, oh, why hair? You do not need to go to the. If you want money, I think I can donate. But now, even though I shave, I don't see that they donate too. Yeah. So let alone that if I'm not shaving, so I don't think so they're gonna do anything also.
Right.
For those that who are not doing anything, they will never. But what we hope is those that they are in the age, they're in the age that want to give or do not want to give. But at least now when they see you shave, okay, I give.
Yes, it is a huge sacrifice. I think I wouldn't do it. When I heard Christy of BFM, our colleague, was going to do it, I thought to myself, wow, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. How did she do it, And she looks quite nice, actually, without her hair. How did you both feel after you shaved your head bald, Mian?
It was actually quite liberating.
In what sense? This I must hear.
Well, there's less maintenance involved. Not that I've always been, very, very fussed about maintaining my hair, but it takes, I was telling, I think Charmaine can understand, I'm sure Annie as well. You use less shampoo, less conditioner, less water, so it's really quite environmentally friendly. But yeah, you just feel a lot lighter.
I remember speaking to Christy as soon as she had her head bald, and she said, "So how do you feel?" She said, "Very cold." Is that how you all felt? Very cold.
Very cooling, I would say. For
Very
me.
cooling, yes.
That's why I say we take our hair for granted. What about yourself, Annie? How did you feel?
The first thing I came back home, I keep my hair dryer in the drawer. That's it. I'm not going to use it anymore.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to highlight all the grey hair anymore.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I feel so good now.
Yeah.
But the best part is you feel free.
Yes.
Yes, it's true.
Free.
It's true.
Really free.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
And it's obviously something all of you feel. Did you feel free as well?
Yeah, I feel very good. In fact, I think all of us felt very good. None of us actually regretted that we did it. And I think we're gonna set this new hairstyle with no hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you find that, if you asked your other girlfriends to do it, would they do it?
I don't think so. The first thing they say is, you are brutal.
Why?
I say, why? The question is why? I say, why brutal? It's something good for the cause of raising money. They said, no, you're crazy. I said, no, I'm not crazy. I mean, if you happen to have cancer, what else you have to do? Chemo? Then you still lose your hair. I said, you put yourself in a place where the cancer patient going through.
It's true.
I mean, it's like patches all over. At least we shave, we look like,
Yeah.
okay, you're okay. But the cancer patient, patches, this, that, they still have to shave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Do you know of many cancer patients?
My mom is a brain tumor cancer survivor.
Right. And did she find it difficult coming to terms with losing her hair?
No, she didn't go through chemo because she said like I'm 70 plus. I just gonna live my life the fullest. That's it.
But do you find that, women who undergo chemo, that is
Yeah.
one area that they find very difficult coming to terms with?
Yeah. Actually, after when I started everything, last 2 weeks, I just found out that one of my cousin is going through a brain tumor. So I went and visited her. So then she was crying that I was telling her that I want to shave my head. I said, why? You see, I'm losing my hair, all this. So she was crying for all this, and I think at that moment, I think the hair is just something where they want to say something, but what they want to tell you is the pain. So, so and it gives me like, oh, I know why I'm doing this, So just this cousin has been lost contact for almost 20 years, and don't know why somehow she just jumped out like that.
Did you guys have second thoughts at the last minute, just before you decided to shave your head bald, Mia?
No.
None
I
at
quite
all?
look forward to it.
You were
actually.
very
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then of course,
all of us.
and the three of you, what is amazing is the three of you look so happy. That my next question is, are you going to just maintain this and forget about having, hair growing on your head altogether?
I think I am. But I was telling my friend that mostly it's a year. Otherwise then I'll have problem that people will think that I'm a nun or something.
Yeah,
you know?
on the loose, going
monk.
AWOL.
A Buddhist monk.
Yeah, but I like it. I really love it actually. Really.
Eddie, is this going to be a permanent look?
Most likely.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna have a Malaysian flag at the back.
Yeah,
Tattoo.
I was just sharing and say, the head has been undercovered for so many years. So now finally it gets its freedom.
Some vitamin D.
Yeah.
Direct. But you do realize that it is not an easy thing to manage or to maintain. You have to keep shaving your head. Have you been doing that?
No, not at the moment.
Not at the moment, right? Okay.
This is how it grows now.
Because it is going to grow and you have to maintain it.
Yeah.
Bald, right? Anyway, coming up, we'll find out more about the Bald is Empowering campaign on the Bigger Picture BFM 89.9.
You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon, it's the Bigger Picture and it's Mira Sivasudi. There was a Bald is Empowering campaign which kick-started on the 8th of March. It was International Women's Day and 16 women decided to bald their heads for charity, in particular for cancer. And with me are the organizers, Charmaine Ho, Annie Ismet and Chu Mi Yin. Charmaine was the person who actually was the brains behind the whole campaign. Charmaine, do you see yourself doing this next year as well?
I think so.
Yeah? Have more women
Looks
doing
like
this?
before I said yes, then I think most is like expecting that it's gonna be a next year thing. So I'm hoping that I can get celebrities to come in. That will be the next project if we do continue it.
Right. Okay. Celebrities. That's
You'll be
interesting.
the first one.
Yes. I'm just thinking to myself, please don't say anything about me. I found it difficult coming to terms that Christy took her hair off. But you never know. 1 year might make a huge difference. Do you think by doing this, you sort of remove a stigma about women, being bald? Do you think there's a stigma in Malaysia?
I think so. I mean, like you said earlier, women tend to associate, I guess, our hair with our femininity.
Yeah.
So, without hair, maybe you're not quite feminine enough.
How do you find the men accepting you being bald?
In public, they stare at you like, ooh.
Hey, I didn't really get much that kind of stares,
I got all the stare all the time.
People just think that, oh yeah, they don't really care. So maybe I bump into one or two, but no, so far no. How come I do not get any stares?
Maybe you're not watching close enough. You're oblivious to the people around you. They probably are. Do you find certain communities are more conscious about this?
I think especially the men, they look at you like, oh, what's wrong with this woman? Is she sick?
I should think, that would be the first thing that runs through anybody's mind. Is she sick? Anything else?
But I bump to feel that they say, oh, you looks really good. And yeah, some say they look sexy, you know.
Right. In terms of attractiveness, do you feel less attractive?
No difference.
No.
No, not at all. What if your family and friends, were they all behind you?
Yes.
All were behind you.
Yes.
I'm sure. And what about now that it's done? What you mentioned a lady who found it difficult going home because her kids and her husband couldn't accept it. And after you did it, were your families all happy with it? Were they able to accept it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, yes.
My husband said you should maintain this hairstyle.
Oh, cool! Good for him.
Yeah,
Is he thinking of shaving his head as well?
Next year.
That's one thing I realized. Did you have any men who, decided to come forward and shave their heads bald?
Yes.
You did.
In fact, during March 8, I think we had, other than Dennis Lau, he's the special guest. So, and he shaved instead of performing. Then another three men actually joined us on the shavings
Right.
after the event.
Was it a successful day, March 8th?
Yeah, it was surprisingly.
At Mid Valley, am I correct?
Yes, at Mid Valley at Cardabluff, and Winnie is being very helpful on this. So yeah, actually we have a lot of helps from everywhere. The volunteers, the sponsorship. In fact, the whole event was like it's a zero funding.
Right.
Yes.
So everyone came forward and provided you the space and everything else.
Yes, from the sound system, musicians, even though Megan Tan MC. So everything. It was a great event actually. Yeah, that's why you were saying that calling is totally right.
How much money did you end up raising? And I understand the campaign was March 8th
Yes.
till the 31st of March.
We start raising funds on January 15, this year 2012. Our funds is still going on until the 1st of March, end of this month. Up till now, we have the 76,000 plus. Okay, so we are actually happy about it. For first time we are doing this, and it quite up to quite a good amount.
Fantastic. And the 76,000, how will you divide it among the
only on March 8, all the donations goes to National Cancer Society Malaysia and Breast Cancer Welfare Associations. And other than that, all the money actually goes to Magna because they have this bursary program, which they specifically help those patients who's in financial difficulty. So that's why we picked them. Yeah.
Right. In terms of cancer awareness, I mean, Anita and me, what do you think needs to be done more? Are we doing enough for cancer awareness?
Probably not, but I think it's also one of those where if you are personally affected by it, then maybe you become more aware of it. But in some ways, by us participating in this, I would like to think that the awareness has actually gone up.
Right. Anita?
I think because if you as a patient, I see my mom go through, there's no moral support. There's no any association come and help because we don't know where to go. Nobody are aware at that time. It's like 15 years ago. But now we have a Facebook, everything. Everybody is aware and everybody willing to come forward to help.
Right.
That's the best part is moral support. Although you cannot give thousands of dollars, but to be there with the cancer patient is the best thing.
So I suppose, my earlier question about do you have to go bald to prove a point? It doesn't really matter. As long as you're shouting out these messages and people are listening, I think that's what really matters. And if it gets their attention, why not?
I think sometimes maybe there are too many NGOs around and everyone is shouting on charity. So I think sometimes the public, even though myself, but tends to get immune on charity fundraising, you know. So sadly to say, sometimes an idea is needed,
Sure.
you know, that to spark up again
The interest.
Yes, you
Right.
know.
In a
I think
different
so,
way.
yeah.
Fantastic. So creativity is what it's all about. Do you see this campaign going really large scale next year?
I have a feeling.
Yeah. How
you
long
know.
did it take you to put this year's together?
Oh, actually, for this, I started off in December 6th. December 6th, and then the fundraise starts on 15th, and yeah, I think maybe 3 months.
Right. That's very short time.
Yeah,
So now you
that's
have a
why.
whole year to start planning.
Yeah.
And to get more guys in, I think that would
Yeah,
make a big difference as well.
We are still looking for likes on our Facebook page. It's so hard to get likes. I don't know why. As I said, maybe the awareness is not enough. Okay, so the sharing is also not enough. Or I don't know why the likes is just, you know, we are climbing up slowly.
Yeah.
But surely.
Yeah.
But with the campaign, you could either donate money or you could choose to go bald. And all of you decided to go bald. Did you have a lot of people who donated money instead?
Yes, a lot actually. A lot were saying that, oh, I cannot go. In fact, I fixed the number of bald. So, but some were saying that, oh, when I participate, is that I must go bald? I said, no. Actually, what we want is the funds.
So if you want to, then you choose to go bald.
Yes.
So the both of you decided, instead of just giving money, you decided to give up your hair. Right. What did you do with the hair? Did you take it home?
No, they donated to the
Yeah,
association also.
We are